today is day 4. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to be keeping up with how many days I've been talking and or if they're all going to be right in a row, but I do want to apologize. Somebody from the SPS Association reached out to me, my friend on Facebook, and I did not know who she was, so I denied her. However, if you're following me and you are liking what you see, please continue to let everybody know in that association that they can follow and enjoy along. Today I'm going to start by talking about the beginning of my SPS symptoms, I guess, and how it started for me, in case there's anybody that has a similar situation. I'm nice and clean today, so you can't make fun of me, maybe just my eyebrows. We're getting to that. So basically, as a triathlete, I started realizing that running more than 3 miles would make my back spasm if I went up a hill, down a hill, off a curb, anything like that. Anything anything further than 3 would also start to make my hips ache. I was pushing until 6 at that point because I was still not really sure what was going on and being stubborn. And we had one more triathlon planned for that particular summer. I also noticed that pushing off in the pool was causing my calves to cramp with regularity. I can't do a flip turn, so I would have to stop at the end of every lane, turn around, which would make my back spasm, push off, which would make my calves cramp, and swim. Eventually, that last sprint triathlon that we did, I basically just gave up in the pool and said that I had enough cardiac ability to swim the 600 meters that was in that last sprint triathlon that we did. That triathlon was also when I noticed that I would sometimes get small dizzy spells on the bike. I'm not sure if it was the position on my tri-bike or how that might work, but that's when the bike stopped as well. Well, that's not true. We used to do an event together called the Great Race, which is a run, bike, canoe event up here in upstate New York that my husband and I have been doing together since we met in college. So it had been almost 15 years straight for me, minus the 2 years I had the kids. And it was one of my goals as a mom to do it as a family. So the year after that triathlon, we signed up for my daughter to run at the age of 13 and my son to canoe with me at the age of 11. No, I apologize. I biked and he canoed. The funny part about me biking is while I actually did okay, getting off the bike was an issue, so I had to meet my parents about 100 yards past where the actual finish line was. So once I had handed off my wet, disgusting bracelet off my wrist to my husband, I had to go a little bit further so that my parents could help me get off the bike because my ass would cramp when I tried to lift my leg over the bike. So that was the last time I biked. First time we did it as a family. Second year, Lily ran. I'm sorry, honey, you're gonna have to do a lot of editing. My pretty Lily ran again. My husband biked, and my son and I tried to canoe. And that was last year. This year it got canceled. However, I don't believe I would have been able to do anything. Basically, I have slowed down to just doing some yoga, some short bikes on the we have my words are escaping me today. What do you call that bike downstairs? A tricumbent bike? Downstairs. And I can run between a half and a mile on a good day before I lost my vision. So I'm still trying my best to plug along and be as positive as possible. But, certainly there's ups and downs to every day. Today was a down day when it came to being blind because it's slipping away from me, which we will get to, because hopefully there will also be a lot of humor in that. And SPS was actually, I thought that my parents having to help me off the bike was hysterical, because my dad was very uncoordinated and I actually thought he was going to drop me before I even got unclipped. But I guess I just want to let people know that this comes at you in different ways. It's how it started for me. I think that's why I was accepted at Johns Hopkins, is because that's what they say happens, is it starts in your lower back, moves to your hips, and then starts to move to your larger muscle groups and beyond. Eventually it started to affect my voice. My triceps would flinch, so I had to stop immunizing to be safe. Lots of small things that just occurred over the next 5 years that resulted in me finally calling a spade, and wanting to be safe for my community as much as I love them and miss being their pharmacist. I felt it was safer if I stepped out of that situation. Now that I can't see, there's no doubt I made the right decision. So I'm going to let Lily edit this and post it, and I'm actually going to share it with friends and family on Facebook that might be wondering what the hell has been going on with me for the last 5 years that I haven't really been able to talk about. So I hope that people join and listen and help me listen through my frustrations and maybe have a little bit more understanding of what other people might be going through. I think we forget to look around at other people and realize that somebody's always going through something, and being kind, no matter the situation, is always better than not being kind. It can never hurt, but it can always help. Sometimes making somebody smile for not even knowing that you did it is something that can make their day, even if you don't know it makes yours. So keep plugging along, friends.